Welcome everyone into this new video. Today we are going to be talking about how to properly attack a site and take control of it. I'm going to be explaining to you all the key things you should keep in mind when attacking and executing. For those who don't know, I am Leonard. I've been a 100 top 50 Radiant and I've played on a professional tier 2 level. Attacking and taking control of a site is one of the fundamentals in Valorant. The gameplay itself is divided into attacking and defending. And either you want it or not, sooner or later, you're gonna have to attack, plant, and take control of a site. But how is a site actually made? A site has from 1 to 2 entrances from which the attackers will enter and try to gain control. It has an area in which attackers are able to plant the spike, some structure around which the defense can play, and 2 entrances for the defense to retake from. What we have to focus on are the entrances, because that's from where we are gonna be entering the site and facing the enemies. The best way of attacking a site is to push it from both the entrances it has. But why? If you push the site only from one entrance, then the defense is only gonna worry about one entrance. Let's make an example. Imagine we have 2 defenders on A, on Heaven, or A on Ascent. If all the attackers are gonna push from the same entrance, then all the defenders present in that site will only need to look at one entrance, so when attack is going to be executing, it's going to have to face all of the crosshairs of the defenders pointed at them. Now, let's imagine we execute from both entrances. Now the defenders are splitted, so 50% less stronger than before, and then mathematically the attack is going to have 50% more chances than before of getting the site. Also, what's important is the number of the attackers present in each entrance. To maximize potential, there needs to be at least 2 players pushing from each entrance. Usually a 2-3 or 3-2 setup is used. But which entrance has to have 3 players in it? Well, the more dangerous one. So in our case, if we take Heaven A, long, because short isn't usually contested by the defenders. And even if there is someone, he gets checked by the Sova drone. Or if you take A on Ascent, then Garden has to have 3 players, because to get to the site, you have to worry about mid and Garden, which makes it much more dangerous than just taking a main instead. Okay, now I know that I have to push from both entrances. But who goes where? This is decided by the abilities each agent has, and by how dangerous or difficult it is to clear and take space that leads to the entrance. As we already know, the entrances are divided into dangerous and less dangerous. The dangerous entrance has to have 3 players, because it has a higher chance of fight, and ideally those 3 players have to be a duelist, a flasher, and a revealer, all of which have a different and important role when taking the space to get to the entrance. The revealer is gonna clear it, the duelist push first and face the enemy if needed, and the flasher help out the duelist. That leaves for the less dangerous entrance the sentinel and the smoker. Since both of those roles are really important going on in the round, they both are gonna be getting the safest area. Now we are finally at the entrance, ready to go out and take site. What do we do now? What's important and what makes the difference between a good execute and a bad one is the coordination the team has in pushing out. Let's call the 2 entrances A and B to simplify the explanation. If players on entrance A push before the players on entrance B, then the defenders are gonna just need to be looking at the same entrance, since nobody's pushing from the other one, making the push from the 2 entrances and its benefits irrelevant. This also works vice versa. So, to maximize the outcome and justify the effort you have made as a team to be able to push from both entrances, you're gonna need to push simultaneously, so that the defenders are gonna be divided and getting pushed from 2 different parts, making it look like a sandwich. Is that all? No. Just going out from entrance A and B together is not enough. We don't have to forget about one of the most important things in the game, which are the abilities. Imagine you're going out simultaneously, everything is looking great, and then you get killed from Heaven, because there are no smokes. Or go out and get killed from close, because Sova didn't arrow. So all the work that you have put in just got destroyed again. That's why abilities also have to be used in the right moment. But when is the right moment? The right moment is just before your team is about to go out. So when everyone are ready to go out, but they haven't gotten out yet. That's when you smoke, throw arrow, flash, and then go out and push site together as a team. After the abilities, you guys push and proceed to take site. So hopefully we finally got site. Where do we plant? When planting, you want to choose a position that is the safest to plant at and the easiest to see from the two entrances you have pushed from. So if we take A site on heaven, planting default is much better than planting backside, because you can't see from long or short the defender defusing. After you have planted, the afterplant starts. In this moment, the roles get inverted. Now you are the one defending the site and the defenders attacking it. Remember, you don't have to kill all the defenders, you just need to make the spike detonate. So don't start rushing and searching kills. Okay, but how should I position myself in an afterplant? You should leave approximately half players inside and half players at the entrances you have entered from. You don't wanna give the site to the defenders for free, you wanna fight for it. But your final goal is to make time, so they have none to defuse. And that's the role of the players staying side. Their goal is to survive as much as they can and trade each other, by staying close and maybe in crossfire when possible. The players outside of the site have to try to help as they can with abilities or just by shooting through the smoke. But which players should be outside and which ones are supposed to be inside? The players inside are supposed to be the ones that have already used all their abilities or don't have abilities as grenades that can disturb or even kill the defender defusing. So for example, duelists or flashers or a sentinel. It also depends from the abilities each agent has. For example, Cypher could stay side because he has no good abilities for the afterplant, but he has good stopping power abilities to block the defender's retake. But Killjoy with her grenades can really make a difference in the afterplant and make some damage to the defender trying to defuse. Now, if you have done everything correctly, the spike has detonated and you have won the round. With this, we have covered everything you need to know about how attacking a site properly. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and join our Discord. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next guy. Bye.